Hey YouTube, it's Mike, and I wanted to just quickly go over my thoughts and feelings after reading the first three comic books in the Red Rising, Son of Ares series here, and also one graphic novel that I read. All of these I read during Booktubeathon. I am still in a good bit of a slump, so I haven't been reading very much. I've more been going through my other hobby, which is animal keeping, and I'm going to discuss that a little bit more at the end of this video. So if you're interested in that, just kind of stay till the end, or skip forward until I stop talking about books. So the first one in the Red Rising Son of Ares series is, of course, just number 1, number 2, and then, of course, number 3. And I have been asked a few times what I thought of them, how I feel about them. Some people have picked them up, haven't read them, and I hadn't read them either. I had bought them each one as they come out. We have like one local comic book store. They have a very limited supply. I run out, I grab it. It's one of my favorite series, so of course I'm going to have the comic books to go with it. And if there's a big bind up, I'll probably buy that as well. So my feelings on it: is this a good kind of prequel leading into the book series? I'm actually really enjoying it. I love the art style in it. It's really entertaining. If you know the characters and you've read the original series, I think you'll be a little more attached from the beginning of this, because you know them and you've already had experiences with these characters. Now there are some new characters, and due to already knowing this world and kind of getting some of this backstory throughout reading the trilogy, you really can instantly kind of connect with these characters. You can kind of see who their children were in the other books, or how they influenced something that took place later on. But could you read this prior to reading the Red Rising trilogy? I believe so. I think you could read this and just kind of have some spoilers for the actual trilogy. Right off the bat, I was seeing spoilers for the trilogy. So if you do intend to read the trilogy, you haven't already, and you don't want to be spoiled for some pretty big plot twists, I would say do not pick up these comic books first. Go ahead, read the trilogy, and then come back to the comic books, because there are some pretty big spoilers right off the bat in this series. But overall, the art style is great. I enjoy the storyline. I haven't come across any twists so far in the comic books, but I might have been missing something or anything like that. This is just my opinion on it, that it's enjoyable. If you're a fan of the trilogy, you'll probably enjoy these comic books as well. So I didn't really have too much detail to say about it. I don't want to put any spoilers out there about who some of the characters are, or where they came from, or even if they are mentioned in the books, which some of them are. But from there, I'm going to just go into one of the manga I actually read during Booktubeathon. I was really excited when I saw it, so I read it pretty much right away after getting home. That is Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. And this one is Glory of the Losers. It's number 1. Number 2 is coming out soon, and I'm going to run out and get it as soon as it comes out, obviously. This was actually one of my very favorite animes growing up, and still to this day. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I can still remember most details from it. I used to nerd out very hard over Gundam, and this was the one I would want to read in a manga series, but they never had it in the United States. I had never seen it, and now they're bringing them out. So I'm very excited to have it. It's going to be battered and torn probably by the end of it, because I'll just reread the series over and over again, more than likely. But this is extremely true to the movie. So it's basically screen by screen out of the movies, and of course a lot of people don't realize that that was kind of a movie series. It wasn't really an anime stretch. You could buy it, and it was like, I think, I'm gonna show my age a little bit, I think it was like 2 VHS tapes, maybe 3. So it wasn't like some of the other Mobile Suit Gundams where it was like it expanded for years. This one came and went very quickly, and it was definitely my favorite of all of them. So I greatly enjoyed this, but like I said, if you are fine with just watching the anime, this is pretty much screen by screen the movie. You could go put the disc in, because I believe you can get it on DVD now, and just watch it. You wouldn't have to read it, but this is booktube, so even though we could just go watch something, I prefer this form. I really feel more connected getting to read it and then maybe go back and watch it later when I finish the whole set, which I'm hoping I get every single one as they come out. And they sell enough at our stores to keep them in. Other than that, I don't really have too much to talk about book related, but I did want to go ahead and throw in a mention to the fact I will more than likely be starting a second channel. I don't want to keep my channels connected, but I will be starting a second channel based on my animals and my experiences with them, and just some general tips and kind of life hacks maybe as we come along, some of those with the different animals. A lot of people don't realize how many we have. You do get that kind of spotlight thrown on my dog when she comes in, and the cats, but I actually do have quite a number of pets, and people don't, I think, relate to that. So it will be fun kind of getting to do that. So if that's something you're interested in, it'll be tagged somewhere in a description or on my Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me there, and you'll kind of get to follow our adventures with our pets. I'm hoping to get Whitney a little involved, maybe a little more involved with some different types of animals, but we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to be notified. If not, go ahead and just subscribe and look out for new videos that interest you. And like I said, there will be a second channel coming, and you can keep an eye out for that. See you guys later. Bye.